All right, the successor agency to the redevelopment agency of the city of Los Banos. We'll call this meeting to order. It's 8:49 p.m. And do we do a pledge? Second pledge? Okay. Would you like to?
You lead it.
Yeah. Oh, I will lead the pledge. All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All righty. And if I could have a roll call, please. Here. All right. Item 4, consideration of the approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion? Councilmember Jones? Councilmember Lambert? All right. All those in favor? Aye. All right. Item 5, public forum. Members of the public may address the agency board members on any item of public interest that's within the jurisdiction of the successor agency. This includes agenda and non-agenda items. No action will be taken on non-agenda items. Speakers are limited to a 5-minute presentation. Detailed guidelines are posted on the City Council Chamber information table. At this time, do we have anybody from the public to come forward? Okay, seeing none, we will close the public forum and move on to item 6, organization of board. And for this, we'll go to interim finance director Kuhn.
Okay. So we have to nominate and elect a chairperson and nominate and elect a vice chairperson. So that
nomination. I'll nominate Mayor Paul Johnnet for chairman and Mayor Pro Tem Lambert for vice chairman.
Can I just ask a question for clarification? Are we doing it by title or by
person.
So just Paul's fine.
This is different. This
Yes,
is separate.
different body.
All right.
This is separate
I'll skip the-
agency. So
yeah,
we're
okay.
I have
like
no
you guys
problem
are
skipping.
a different
Okay.
agency.
Want to do that again first? No, that's fine. Okay.
Okay. So myself and Ken Lambert.
Yep, we got a second.
I left
Okay.
out the middle initials.
Any other nominations? Go ahead.
Any other nominations?
So close the nominations.
Okay, close the nominations, and then Councilmember Gonia.
Close the nominations and then you go for the vote.
Okay, so let's start vote on the vice chair position for Councilmember Lambert. Is it chair first?
Chair first.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. So let's vote on the chairperson. Yay.
Yay.
Say, do I have to vote for myself? Let's. Okay,
You do.
then yes. All right. Moving on to the nomination and electing a vice chairperson for Mr. Lambert.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. All right. Thank you for that. Let's move on to number 7, consideration of approval of Los Banos Successor Agency Resolution number 2024-1, approving amended and restated bylaws. Interim Finance Director.
So so I'll give you a quick background. With the dissolution law that happened, the agencies were dissolved back in February 2012. The DLA took over this because the city said, no, we don't want it. The DLA has served on that until recently, June 21st, 2023. City Council adopted the resolution 6655 to take over and serve as the successor agency. So as a result, and applicable to health and safety code and the resolution, the bylaws of the DLA were brought forth to this board to approve. This is basically the rules that you guys will follow moving forward. The resolution is, I think, on page 9, but it's just basically these, and the bylaws are behind that. It basically states what our name is, what the governing board, the mission, all of the different compensation of officers, agents, and it just gives you a set of rules that you guys will abide by during the course of your tenure as agency board. So do we need to have a motion to Oh, you have a question?
Discussion and, oh,
Okay.
go ahead.
Discussion first.
I'm sorry, just, I jumped ahead of myself here. How often will we have meetings on this? Like once a year and beginning
Yeah.
of the year or something like that?
What? Well, so this agency is almost in a wind down mode, right? Usually we'd get to a point where we can do a last and final ROPS and that would continue on in perpetuity to the end. The difference is here is that we still have some cash balances and some other variable expenses relating to the rail trail and the properties along the rail trail so that we can't do a last and final. So usually the ROPS, which I will be presenting later, is the only real time that we will be coming in. And during that time, if there's any one-year contracts that need to be renewed, we'll do it there. So the whole point of this agency is to go through this process so that it gives us the ability to present this to the Merced County-wide oversight, which really has the authority for all of this. Because then they say yay or nay on all of this stuff, and then the DOF, the Department of Finance, really, takes that guidance and approves your ROPS. So probably once a year.
And it's probably not an issue, especially right now, but just thinking ahead of time, on item 6, if for some reason, election changes or something like that, do we just reselect?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
For,
we can.
for chair and vice chair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, Bill? Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, anything else on that item? No? All right. Discussion, direction from the agency board members? Do we need a motion for
We have not.
that? We have not, that's what I'm saying. So we need a motion, Councilmember Jones?
For number 7, right?
Correct.
Yes. Motion to approve, or actually motion to adopt the resolution, or
Yes.
resolution as submitted, actually, resolution number 2024-1. I'll get a hang of it.
Yeah.
All right, I do have a
Yes,
second.
Getting the rhythm.
Councilmember Lambert?
Okay, I'll second that, Mr. Mayor.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. Moving on to item 8, consideration of appointing an executive director in accordance with the amended and restated bylaws. Go to you.
No, the usual suspects for this is the city manager. So it's basically will be the person who will be the CEO, if you will, of the successor agency. So we do that, and then we all have another one after this, and then a secretary. So the 3 people, you'll have executive director, you'll have city attorney, you'll have the secretary, and then they can direct staff, which will be me in the short term or whatever, to do the biddings of the successor agency. So.
Okay. All right. So do we have you need a motion to appoint the city manager?
Yes.
As the executive?
Um,
Or by title or so.
You know what? That one might be by title.
That's why I was
Yeah,
asking
I think.
earlier.
Yeah,
Is it always gonna be the mayor?
you know what? Maybe it should be by title. Let's do it by title. It'll be easier that way.
Okay.
That way you don't have to if you're
Okay.
yeah.
So it's by title. Okay.
Yeah. So let's do it by title.
Okay, so we're on number
8.
motion it by item.
Yes.
Correct.
Mayor, Chairman, I'll motion to have the city manager as the executive director.
All right. Do we have a second? Councilmember Gonia.
Second.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Motion passes. On to number 9, consideration of appointing the city attorney as general counsel in accordance with the amended and restated bylaws. Do we have a motion? Councilmember Jones.
So moved.
Do we have a second? All right. All those in favor? Aye. Number 10, consideration of appointing a secretary in accordance with the amended and restated bylaws. And do we have a nomination for city clerk? Okay.
Second.
All right. Second by Lambert. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Moving on to She's like,
Well, it's again, it's the title.
it's the title. All right. Number 11, consideration of approval of Los Banos Successor Agency Resolution number 2024-2, updating the successor agency's conflict of interest code.
So this is a requirement for the PRA. It requires all public agencies to have adopt a conflict of interest code. I believe that the code is attached to the resolution, or is it just in the resolution? No, it's just in the reference in the resolution. Huh. Did we know? Yeah, I thought, is it not in there? It is consistent. It's absolutely consistent with the cities.
Okay. Do we have a motion? Councilmember Jones.
Yes, Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the Los Banos Successor Agency Resolution Number 2024-2.
Thank you.
As submitted.
Do we have a second? Councilmember Lambert.
I'll second.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Motion passes. Moving on to 12, consideration of approval of the Los Banos Successor Agency Resolution 2024-3, terminating existing administrative cost allowance contracts.
So by taking over this as a successor agency, the DLA had contracts that are still considered obligation to the pseudo DLA successor agency. Thus, we have to go through the process of terminating those contracts. Those contracts were on the administrative side were Cosmont's, Price Page, and Lebo, McClendon, and Mann. So they offered, Cosmont acted as pretty much staff and the executive function of the DLA. Liebold was the counsel for the DLA, and Price Page, I think, was acting as staff. So with this, it allowed, because the ROPS was approved with these contracts and they were funded with that, we have to now terminate these and go through the rigmarole of reissuing the contract.
Okay. Which is the next item.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
coming up, yeah.
Do we have a motion? Councilmember Jones.
Yes, Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve the Los Banos Successor Agency Resolution Number 2024-3 as submitted.
All right. Do we have a second? Councilmember Begonia.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Now move on to 13. Consideration approval of the Successor Agency Resolution 2024-4, approving a legal service agreement with Liebold, McClendon, and Mann, PC, pursuant to Health and Safety Code, Section 34177.3B.
So Joy Atsuki, who will be operating as special counsel to the successor agency, has been working with through this whole process since the DLA took over these, as well as many others, and she also acts as counsel for the oversight board in Merced. So we thought it was in the best interest of the successor agency, if anything came up during the time that we were acting as a successor agency, we would have the institutional knowledge from Joy and any other types of technical information that we would need, or any legal opinion. Again, this is an on-call contract, and in some cases, she's already assisted with the formation of this. So this was kind of a matter of just course of handling this. I believe that her contract is behind the resolution. If you have any questions about that, I'm happy.
All right. Any questions on this item? Seeing none, do we have a motion? Councilmember Jones.
Yes, Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve the Los Banos Successor Agency Resolution Number 2024-4 as submitted.
All right. Do we have a second? Councilmember Lambert.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I'll second.
All right. All those in favor? Aye. All right. Motion passes. Okay. Moving on to 14. Consideration of approval of Los Banos Successor Agency Resolution Number 2024-5, approving a recognized obligation Payment schedule, ROPS, for fiscal year 24-25.
So this is more of an acceptance of this. This is giving us the authorization to actually submit this ROPS to the Merced County Successor Agency Oversight Board and the State Department of Finance of California, both of which really truly under the dissolution law govern everybody. Merced for Merced County, and the different counties have their oversight, but the Department of Finance has ultimate say over anything. So this ROPS is for the fiscal year period starting July 1st, 2024 and goes through June 30, 2025, if approved, for the obligations that are on page 53. We would get basically RPTTF that comes from tax increment, the old RDA verbiage, to pay these obligations. Within these obligations, we have the audit, we have the DLA administration, which we have an administrative budget coming that will be going forward. We have a debt issuance that happened primarily for the community center, but it also helped with some remediation, which is still going to be in existence until 2035. And then we have some lighting and landscaping district reimbursements from property owners along the rail trail. Those primarily are grandfathered in from the old RDA. So, and those, the property owners submit their assessment payments that they've made, and we reimburse those back. That's all the obligations that are here in the ROPS. Now, the one confusing thing about this ROPS is this report of cash balances, and this is from 21 fiscal year ending June 30, 2022, and this is just basically a report of the prior period adjustment that I've already submitted, that kind of shows how much money that we will be reducing our next RPTTF, not this time, but the next time. It's super confusing, but if you want, on page 54, as you can see, all of the bonds will be paid. There were some transferred proceeds that were still dangling out there from the bond proceeds. Those will be gone. There were some reserve balances from prior year ROPS periods. Those will be all expended before this ROPS period. And then what column G is that's the RPTTF that we received, the expenditures, and then the prior period adjustment that's attached to that. So as you can see, we're really a vessel of cash in, cash out. We're not holding anything for any other purpose at this point.
All right.
So let's see what else here. That's any questions regarding the ROPS?
Any questions? Nope. All right. Do we have a motion? Councilmember Lambert.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to adopt resolution number 2024-5, approving and recognizing obligation payment schedule.
All right. Do we have a second? Councilmember Jones.
I'll second it.
All right. All those in favor? Aye. All right. Motion passes. And then item 15, consideration of approval of Las Vegas Successor Agency Resolution number 2024-6, approving an audit services agreement with Pride Page and Company CPAs pursuant to Health and Safety Code Section 34177.3B.
So this one, we were actually trying to get a multi-year contract because we're in this ROPS period. We are seeking funding for the period of audit that would be fiscal year ending 2025. What we found out is that the audit for 23 has not been done. So the successor agency still has cash on hand because we haven't reported the prior period adjustments yet for this fiscal year. It was last fiscal year. So what we did is we said, okay, we terminated that contract. we will now extend this contract for the purpose of of getting our 2023 audit done. And then in the next cycle of meetings, we will approve 24. So we're always going to be 1 year behind in terms of how the audit pans out. So this is basically a 1 year engagement for 2023. The apologize for the discussion piece that said that they are well equipped to perform the 24-25 fiscal year audit. They will be, but this is for the 22-23 audit.
All right. Any questions? Seeing none, do I have a motion? Councilmember Lambert.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to adopt resolution number 2024-6, approving an audit service agreement with Price Page and Company.
Do I have a second?
Second
Councilmember
that,
Jones. All those in favor? Aye. Jones. And motion passes. And do I need a motion to adjourn? Okay, we will just adjourn at 9:10. Thank you.